It began with a flash brighter than the sun and ended with silence. 66 million years ago, the world of giants came to an end. Not slowly, but in a single cataclysmic moment.
Mountains melted, skies turned to fire, oceans boiled, and the rulers of Earth, the dinosaurs, vanished into ash.
But how exactly did one event erase 75% of life and yet give rise to us? This is the story of the day the giants died and how the planet itself had to be destroyed before it could begin again. The late Cretaceous, 66 million years ago. Earth was alive with monsters. Tyrannosaurs stalked the forests of North America. Titanosaurs towered above the plains of South America, and flying reptiles as large as airplanes drifted through tropical skies. The continents were almost familiar, drifting slowly toward the shapes we recognize today. The air was warmer, the poles ice-free, and vast inland seas split North America in two. But beneath this thriving world, something dark was already stirring. A threat not from Earth, but from space. Imagine standing in a Cretaceous jungle. Cicadas hum. Giant dragonflies skim the surface of warm lagoons. A triceratops herd grazes in the distance, unaware that each step they take echoes through time, their species' final steps. Overhead, the morning sky burns with pink and gold, peaceful, still. But in the silence of space, a mountain-sized rock is falling. For over 30,000 years it has been traveling. A leftover fragment from the birth of the solar system. Its destination, the Yucatan Peninsula. Its speed, 20 kilometers per second. And in less than a heartbeat, it will change the history of life forever. Time, 10:15 a.m., 43,000 years ago. The asteroid strikes Earth. The impact releases energy equal to 10 billion Hiroshima bombs. The ground liquefies, the atmosphere ignites, and a wall of fire spreads outward faster than any hurricane. In an instant, a crater 180 kilometers wide is carved into the crust, the Chicxulub crater. The blast vaporizes everything within 500 kilometers. Forests, oceans, and entire ecosystems are gone in seconds. Waves of molten rock roll across the land. A superheated plume of debris and ash surges into space and then begins to fall back down. From orbit, Earth glows like a dying star. Minutes later, as the debris re-enters the atmosphere, the real horror begins. Tiny fragments of rock, trillions of them, rain from the sky, moving at hypersonic speed. The friction heats the air until it reaches 1,000 degrees Celsius. Across the planet, everything that can burn does. Forests ignite from horizon to horizon. Dinosaurs collapse as smoke and heat consume the air. Even in the oceans, the upper layers boil. Entire coral reefs turn to steam. Some scientists believe the global temperature briefly reached 300 degrees Celsius, enough to bake the surface of the Earth. But this inferno doesn't last long, because soon darkness follows. The fires burn out, but the smoke stays. Dust and soot block sunlight, plunging the planet into a global night that lasts for months. Photosynthesis stops. Plants die first, and when the plants go, everything else begins to starve. Temperatures plummet. Insects that fed on decaying plants vanish. Herbivores collapse in the cold and hunger. Predators, with the apex rulers of this lost world, are left with nothing to hunt. Even the oceans fall silent. Plankton, the base of the marine food chain, vanishes almost completely. It's a mass extinction unlike any before it, and that kills not by fire, but by famine. Within weeks, the forests are gone. Within months, the last of the great dinosaurs struggle to survive. The massive herbivores, triceratops, ankylosaurs, and hadrosaurs, collapse from hunger. Their predators follow The great tyrannosaurs, once kings of the land, now ghosts in a barren world. In the oceans, mosasaurs and plesiosaurs starve as fish populations crash. Even the skies lose their giants, Quetzalcoatlus and its kin, the flying titans of the late Cretaceous, vanish into the dark. What remains are only fragments, burrows, nests, and footprints frozen in ash, the echoes of a vanished empire. The age of giants ends not with a roar, but with silence. But the asteroid wasn't the only killer. At the same time, halfway across the world, another disaster was unfolding. The Deccan Traps of India, a region of volcanic activity so massive it covered an area larger than Western Europe. For hundreds of thousands of years, these eruptions had already been poisoning the planet, releasing carbon dioxide, methane, and sulfur dioxide into the air. After the asteroid, the chain reaction intensified. Gases filled the sky, acidifying rain, choking the oceans and amplifying the cold. The atmosphere turned toxic. The surviving animals, turtles, birds, crocodiles, and small mammals, endured a world that was slowly dying twice over, burned by fire, then frozen by darkness. Then, after nearly a year of darkness, the light returned. The sky cleared. The earth was quiet. What had once been a world of thunder and giants was now a graveyard. But in the shadows, something small had survived. Tiny mammals, creatures that once hid from dinosaurs, began to reclaim the land. Birds, the only surviving dinosaurs, filled the skies again. And slowly, the world began to rebuild itself from the ashes. The age of reptiles was over. The age of mammals, and eventually humans, had begun. The extinction of the dinosaurs wasn't just an end, it was a reset. A cosmic accident that destroyed the giants, but paved the way for intelligence, for emotion, for the ability to ask why. The asteroid gave us fear, but it also gave us the chance to exist. And if you look up at the night sky, at the streak of a passing meteor, remember this. Somewhere out there, drifting silently through space, is the reason you are here. But what if the asteroid wasn't alone? What if something else, something older, stranger, was waiting beneath the surface long before the impact? That's a story for next time. On Earth's Hidden Frame.